Hi everyone, in this video I will need you to take notes. We're going to talk about the electron arrangement, valence electrons, octet rule, and ions. It contains lots of information. Please, whenever I say pause and take notes, you're going to take notes. As what we have learned so far, we said this is a typical atomic structure. Protons and neutrons are inside the atom. We call this nucleus, and the electrons are moving outside of the nucleus. Okay, normally for a neutral atom, it has exactly the same number of protons and the electrons. So for the rest of the video, we're going to focus on the arrangement of the electrons. Okay, first of all, we are going to explain the electron energy levels based on Neil Bohr's model. And Neil Bohr proposed that the electrons are moving around the nucleus. They're like in certain orbits. When they move around, they contain energy because they are moving. Just like when we move or when a car moves, it takes up energy. So this also has energy. Okay, and eventually people figured out the electrons cannot stay together because they're all negatively charged. So they orbit around the nucleus in different energy levels. And here's the rule for electron arrangement. The first energy level, which is this red color one, the maximum for the electrons in this energy level is R2. Okay, this one can only hold 2 electrons, and then the second one, the blue color one, can hold 8, the maximum, and the green color one has 8, the maximum. So we call it 2-8-8 rule. Okay, it's like parking lots, When it's full, you cannot put it anymore. They must go to another level, a higher level. Okay, this first energy level contains the least amount of energy, which is the closest to the nucleus. The second one contains higher energy. It's further away from the nucleus. And the third energy level is even more further away. So in high school, we're only going to talk about the first 3 energy levels. Certainly there are more higher energy levels. We are not going to focus on those. So this is basically the thing you need to know. 2 and 8 and 8. Please write this in your notebook. The best would be if you can draw this picture in your notebook too. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to give you a few examples. For example, hydrogen has 1 electron, so this is in the first energy level. And the helium is number 2. It has 2 electrons. So again, they fill up the first energy level. When we go to a higher atom, contains more electrons like lithium. Lithium is number 3 in the periodic table. It has 3 electrons, so it will fill up the first energy level, and the maximum are 2. So the third one will have to go to the second energy level. And the fluorine has 9, so 2 would be in the first energy level, and the 7 would be in the second energy level. And the neon, which is number 10, it has 10 electrons. The first 2 goes to the first energy level, and the 8 goes to the second energy level. Okay, now it's all full. What's gonna happen if I have more? Okay, sodium has 11 electrons. The first one's 2, second one's 8. So we always fill up the lower energy level first, always first energy level first, and then when it has 2, we are going to the second energy level. When the second energy level is full, means it has 8, we're going to go to the third energy level. So sodium has 11, so it will be 2, 8, 2 plus 8 give us 10. There's 1 left. This one goes to the second energy level. We are going to the third energy level. We are going to practice a lot more about this arrangement. Okay, right now, please write down 2-8-8 rule. Okay, and the next thing we're going to go through is a concept of valence electrons. Again, I need you to pause it here and take notes. What are the valence electrons? The electrons in the most outer energy level. Why we care about them? Because they are the one which would involve in during chemical reaction forming chemical bonding. We're going to learn a lot more right now. Please just write down the concept and understand how many valence electrons of each atom can have. Okay, for example, lithium has 3 electrons. The first one holds 2, the second one has 1. So this second energy level is the most outer energy level for lithium. So lithium has 3 electrons total, but 1 valence electrons. Fluorine has 7 electrons in the second energy level, which is the most outer energy level. So fluorine has 7 valence electrons. Again, the only thing you need to know for today is the concept of valence electrons. Please write it down in your notebook. And then next slide, we're going to go through a rule in chemistry. First of all, this is an octopus. It has 8 legs. We call it the octopus. This is the octagon, which has 8 sides, and this mom has 8 kids at the same time. Actually, that's true. That's a real story. She's being called a octomom. So in chemistry, we also has a word which is called the octet rule. Okay, this is a very important rule. I need everyone to write this down in your notebook. Every atom wants to have 8 valence electrons or 4 valence electrons in its outermost electron shell or most outer energy level. Okay, so it means each atom, they want to be very stable in the world. They want to have a 4 valence electron arrangement for the first energy level 2, second energy level 8, and third energy level 8. Okay, we call this octet rule. Please write this down in your notebook. Okay, apparently many atoms don't have a 4 valence electron arrangement. For example, lithium has 3. So first has 2, the second one has 1. It's 1. It want to have an 8. What can lithium do? Lithium would just prefer to give away this one. Okay, once they give away 1 electron, it becomes to 2 electrons. We call those ions. Okay, what is an ion? Ion is a charged atom. A charged atom means it can be positive or negative. The reason that ion has charge is because ion is formed by an atom gaining or losing electrons. Okay, originally lithium has 3 protons and 3 electrons. Its net charge is 0 because 3 positive and 3 negative cancel out. So this one we call it a neutral atom. But this one is not stable. Lithium would prefer to lose 1 electron to become 2. Still has 3 protons. Number of protons would never change for any atom. And because it lost 1 electron, it has 2 electrons left. So 3 positive, 2 negative, and the total, the net charge for this, we call it a lithium ion, and the charge for this lithium ion is +1. Again, right now, you just need to know the concept. Please write this sentence in your notebook. And eventually we're going to learn a lot more. We're going to practice how to figure out the charge. Okay, thank you for watching. We're going to practice during the live class tomorrow.